What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media. It's draft night. Lamar's already signed. Pick 22. The Ravens are on the clock. If you guys don't know, comment down below when the Ravens have selected their player and their draft or their player's number, like their jersey number, is selected and the jerseys are available on the Ravens store. We're going to be giving away to this player's jersey. Hopefully, Quentin Johnston. Actually, not Quentin Johnston. Quentin Johnston's just playing. Hopefully, Joey Porter Jr., not Quentin Johnston. That's the jersey we're giving away. We'll see. We don't know who it's going to be. This is our live reaction. Joshua, we're sitting there. Quentin Johnston just went off the board. We just saw Jackson Smith and Jigba. How are you feeling? Where do you want the Ravens to go?
I mean, I'm feeling pretty good, man. This is by far has been the best draft in a long time. Me personally, I would love for us to actually trade back. It don't seem like we're getting any biters, but if we stay in that 22, I definitely would love for us to go either Joey Porter Jr. or Jordan Addison. You get yourself a immediate impact quarter, or you get yourself a immediate impact wide receiver, and also we're getting your QB to sign the 5-year contract extension. I don't know. I might have to, lean towards that offensive side of the ball and go get Jordan Addison. I might just have to do that, man.
Yeah, we don't know. The Ravens haven't signed anything with Lamar Jackson, so maybe there's a stipulation of, give me help, whether it's DeAndre Hopkins, whether it's a first-round wide receiver, whatever it is. Maybe he's like, okay, as long as this happens, whether it's Hopkins or first-rounder. Hopkins, there were like rumors that he was going to the Titans, and it was like, that makes no sense. The Titans would never do that. That's a terrible trade. If that somehow happens, maybe they're not looking after that wide receiver. But my top two guys, you named them on my big board. My top five was why do I keep saying that? Was Joey Porter Jr., then Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Jigba's gone. And then it was Jordan Addison, and then it was Emmanuel Forbes, who's gone.
Yeah.
And then it was Cam Smith. So we got three players available. I'd be happy with any of them. But let's be honest, I want the guy that I have been talking about since day one of this draft process. I love watching cornerbacks. I've said it plenty of times. I think Joey Porter Jr. is the best guy at that position in this draft. I felt like he was super undervalued. I felt like his comp was Marlon Humphrey. That is what I want. But if the Ravens do decide to go offense, they do decide to go after a Jordan Addison, I would be very happy with it because I do love his game. Now we get into the unfortunate things, Joshua.
Let's talk about
players
it.
you want to avoid so that people can know if we
Brees.
say this guy and they get drafted.
I want to avoid Brian Breesy. I want to avoid Zay Flowers. I want to avoid Deontay Banks. After what I've heard and after what I'm seeing about Nolan Smith, matter of fact, your brother got drafted earlier than you, and Jalen Carter. Shout out to the Eagles for bulking up in the interior. I don't want Nolan. So there's a lot of guys I do not want. Not saying Zay Flowers cannot be an immediate impact type of guy, but I don't need a slot receiver. I need a guy that could be an X or a wide receiver, and that can also be available for Lamar Jackson when needed. Also, when it comes to corner, I need a corner that's going to be a physical dog that's going to be able to get in wide receivers' face. That's going to be able to get a pick and just be that guy. Just be that guy.
Yeah, and Ravens pick is still not in, so we do have a little bit of time. We try and time it so it's not too long of a video. Ravens still on the clock. They got a minute and 30. The pick is now in. I'll say my takes. Goodell's not walking out yet. They're all smiling. They're shaking hands. So shout out to Mr. Eric DaCosta for getting that job done. I don't want Nolan Smith. I don't want Brian Breesy. I don't want Deontay Banks. Let's be honest. I think it's one of my top two guys, or it's I'm going to be pretty disappointed. Again, us saying we don't want players is not saying that we're not going to root for them. If we draft someone, we're going to root for them. We wish the best for them, but we want to get our opinions out there. So if the player doesn't end up being well, or if we're wrong, you guys can see and you guys can disagree. Let us know your thoughts. Is this a good pick? What do you guys think about it? Where do you think they should have gone? Give us a rating. F to A. Hopefully it's an A+. A+ would be Mr. Joey Porter Jr. so we can see his dad in that Ravens jersey.
That's going to be sick, man. That's going to be sick.
That would be amazing. The Ravens love drafting players with family in the NFL. Marlon Humphrey being kind of the biggest one, especially like guys that didn't play the same position. Marlon Humphrey's dad was a running back. Joey Porter Jr.'s dad was a linebacker, and he was a He's a pretty darn good linebacker.
Let's not forget Orlando Brown as well.
Orlando Brown, yeah, another guy. So I think overall, whatever the Ravens do, I hope it works out. Obviously, but last 2 years, my number one player for the Ravens to draft, they have gotten. I wanted Bateman at number one.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted, and this was number one overall, not like left on the big board. It was like Bateman's number one, and then Kyle Hamilton was my number one player to get. I think I said if Sauce Gardner's there, but I was like, there's no chance that he's there. Goodell is walking out. Let me announce this right here. Here we go. 22nd pick in the 2023 NFL draft. The Baltimore Ravens select Zay Flowers.
Okay. Yeah. So I just said that before we started recording, didn't I? Everybody that we probably didn't want, they was going to end up probably get one of them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You guys know what I thought. This was not the player that we wanted. Let's talk about the pros. Let's talk about the cons. The pros, after the catch, he's very quick. He's very elusive. This is something, and I also feel like from talking to people, he wasn't a guy that was used properly because his offensive system was, pretty bad at Boston College. Maybe Todd Monken is able to transition that and do a little bit better than other people were able to. But that's kind of the biggest thing with him is we don't know about the size. He bulked up a lot, which is a plus. But Joshua, what are you thinking right now? What are your thoughts?
Shout out to Rich Paul being there. Second, this is not a Todd Monken pick. This can't be a Lamar Jackson pick. Todd Monken is used to having big body wide receivers on the outside of the ball. I don't know. I'm not pleased with it. I mean, he's good. He's fast. He's no Josh Daniels. Like Josh Daniels is better than him. Sorry, not sorry. I'm gonna root for him. Hell yeah. If this is their way of saying, hey Lamar, sorry for trading away Hollywood, but we just got you another replacement. Someone that can stay on the field. I don't know. I will say I don't agree with it, man.
Great outfit. Great outfit that he's rocking right now. That's another plus. Great outfit. I love it. I just see that they're comparing him to Tyreek Hill. I think that's an atrocious comparison. What he does is he's very quick in and out of routes. It's very tough to gauge with him. He's kind of a mystery because he wasn't playing, he was playing in the ACC. And last couple of years, they haven't been very good. And his quarterback play was bad. So he wasn't able to maybe run the routes that, traditionally he may run. He could be great. When you're looking at this draft class, I've talked about it.
Yeah.
Everybody has a certain skill set. If you want the quick, shifty guy that's good at yak and can get a little bit of separation underneath across the middle, not crazy deep, this is the guy. If you want the big body yak, that's Quentin Johnston. If you want the technical route runner, that's Jordan Addison. You want a guy to play inside. You want a guy to play outside. That's JSN. And then if you want the deep threat, it's Jalen Hyatt. It looks like Todd Monken. Now, I will say this for people that don't know. Zay Flowers has had rushing attempts in college. They wanted to give him the football. Maybe Todd Monken sees this as somebody that he can, run the ball from the backfield, somebody they can use. And then we can have Devin Duvernay kind of be that. Honestly, I think he's going to be wide receiver 3 and transition into wide receiver 2.
Mm-hmm.
I like the yak. I think, I see why. Like, I don't think that this is something that I hate. It's just not the pick I would have made with other players available on the board. Again, that's not something of like, oh, I think this guy sucks. It's just like we liked other players better. That doesn't mean
yeah,
we're going to root against him. I hope this guy is the best wide receiver the Ravens ever draft. Absolutely.
No, seriously.
But I think it does rule out D-Hop. I'm going to say that right now.
No, that's true. That's true. Third round. Here we come.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. We're giving away a Zay Flowers jersey, so make sure to comment down below. Let us know your thoughts, your opinions. Where did you want him to go? Were you on the Joey Porter Jr. train? Or are you happy with Zay Flowers? I know a lot of Ravens flock was, so I'm happy that you guys are all, able to get your guy. We'll see all of you again next time if the Ravens decide to trade back and get your pick.